in Calhoun County, we had two or three things that happened. The first was we had struggled for years suggesting that Calhoun County probably ought to have one community foundation. Problem was that both Marshall and Albion had been organized. Albion was organized before Battle Creek. Marshall had its own unique view of itself, and so all our discussions over years, there wasn't real interest in becoming a single community foundation. So when the Kellogg grant came along, the question that was put to us was, okay, we need to serve the rest of the county. We've got the north part of the county covered, but what about Tecumseh, Athens, and Homer? And the first inclination was, oh, well, that's easy. We can serve the entire county by just dividing the county north-south, and Battle Creek gets Athens, and Marshall gets Tecumseh, and Albion gets Homer. For some reason, the question that came to mind was, well, that may work, but it's not the only model. If we're really going to try to help these communities, maybe we ought to give them a choice. Because none of the other three had territorial ambitions to expand their territory. They were saying we need to do this because that's what the grant requires. So we made it, I think, a strategic decision that said, why don't we give the three communities the choice of where they would like to affiliate? And so that was the beginning of a process that says, if we're really trying to help them and empower them, shouldn't we listen first to them instead of telling them how they're going to do it? Why don't we talk to them about the options that are available? The consequence was that in Battle Creek, because of its size and because of the staff and its experience, was probably in a better position to provide the help and services that the affiliates needed. So Homer and Athens decided to affiliate with Battle Creek after interviewing each of the three. So then the issue was, so what were the reasons for the parochial deal? Why did people not want to be affiliates? Why the huge cry for independence? And part of that was there were people in the field who were advocating the absolute essence. What you really want to become is you want to become independent. Well, why do I want to become independent? And as we analyzed it and said, the essential issues that independence gives them is, number one, we want to know that the money we raise for our community will be used in our community. And number two, we want to be the ones who make the decisions on how that money will be used. The issue was, you don't need to be an independent community foundation to be able to do that. What you need is a lead foundation that empowers you to do those two things from a policy standpoint and says, okay, we still had, and that was great with the people who were part of the structure that actually involved as board members or volunteer staff. But we still had the practical problem of you can't educate all people in the community. So the problem was, if they want to make a contribution, even if we tell them the money is going to be used in Homer, are they going to write a check and send it to the Battle Creek Community Foundation? With the Battle Creek Community Foundation as where the check is being written to. And the reality was, that's a problem. And so we said, okay, it's not a problem that's insurmountable. You can write your checks and make them payable to the Athens Community Foundation. And you can, and the Athens community, or the Homer or Athens, they all had the same materials. There was a little legal byline at the bottom that had to be a disclosure at the back of any brochure, bottom of it, an affiliate of the Battle Creek Community Foundation. So that took care of the legal aspects of it. But we set up mechanisms to allow people to send their checks, made them payable to that affiliate. We had processes in place where those then, it took us a little extra work, but people in Homer, and this was started in, I think, early 90s. They're larger than some of our independent foundations. I think over $2 million in assets. Still a small in the total amount, but they've thrived and they've grown. And when you go down there, the attitude is they have a community foundation. It has a board. They meet. They have committees. They behave in every way like an independent community foundation, except they don't have to worry about the administration. I mean, all the funds are still component funds of the community foundation, Battle Creek Community Foundation, so they get the benefits of the investment results. They get the benefits of the systems that are in place. They were able to use FIMS, which they wouldn't have been able to afford as a small community foundation. So they've thrived because we basically said, here's how you function. And the question was, if we get big enough, can we be independent? And the reality is, of course you can. We have no desire to keep you under thumb forever.